You did.
How about that? That should be better. Why was that muted?
Why did save us, Jim? I know, right?
Operator error.
Good thing I'm not in charge of that part. Okay,
Hopefully, there
we
we are.
are.
Okay, good.
Thanks, Steve.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. You know, the thing, I think the problem is that we have done this. This is our 26th time.
On the 26th of April.
And you have to, it turns out you have to recheck all the buttons every single time.
Every time.
Every time. So I'm sorry about that little delay there, people.
It's okay. They were all getting acquainted.
I take full responsibility. And Tracy has no blame in this whatsoever.
For a change.
For a change.
For a change. All right, I can't see my tuner at all.
Yeah, it is like we've never done this before.
Oh, did we turn the heater off?
Yeah, I turned the heater off.
All right. So how's everybody doing? Spring has sprung.
Spring has sprung. Well, they missed my whole story about the landscapers who came today.
Well, and it was a fascinating story. I'm sure that
probably just as well.
Everybody's hoping you'll tell it again.
Did I ever tell you about the time? we were thinking about adding a new feature. Should we just do it right off the top?
Well, you can. Sure, I'm tuning. We got a minute.
Okay. We were thinking about adding a new feature called Did I Ever Tell You About the Time? Because that's something that I say, and people make fun of me because I say it all the time right before I tell a story they've heard before, usually. But it's usually pretty good. In fact, so when I was thinking about this today, I was thinking, well, what if we do this today? What would I say?
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing that came to mind was the time. Did I ever tell you about the time I was playing at the Newport Folk Festival performers party? I was playing in a band, the Sundogs, and they hired us to play at the performers party. But that's not the fun part of the story. Nobody cool showed up to that.
That's kind of a weird gig.
It is. It was a very weird
to
gig.
play for other performers.
But as an aside, what happened was from that.
Thanks.
Ben from Ben and Jerry's, who was sponsoring that festival, really liked the band and hired us to play at his wedding.
Oh.
Yeah, that was cool.
Did that pay well?
Actually, I was out of town on my honeymoon.
Oh, dang, you missed it.
I missed it. But anyway, at that festival, so we got to hang out at the festival, and so I was on the side of the stage, and I was watching Tim O'Brien. No, not Tim O'Brien. Who's the mandolin player there?
I have his
Used to
book.
play with Emmylou Harris. But the point is, I was standing there watching, and I turned to my side, and who's standing right next to me but Emmylou Harris?
Oh.
Like closer than you are right now.
Wow.
And I looked over, and she looked over at me, and she gave me the big, warmest smile. Like, hey, isn't it great to be here? And that's
so
it.
nice.
That's the story.
That's a good story.
It was awesome. I'll never forget the way she looked at me. It's very, she seems like a nice, warm person, and she gave me that look.
She gave you that look. You should write a song about that look.
So anyway, that's this month's installment of Did I Ever Tell You About?
Don't you think you should write a song about that look? I do.
The Emmy Harris look?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the name of the song, you think? Emmy Harris?
Emmylou Harris? Well, no, I think it's about that look. I'm sure there's more than one time in your life when you've gotten that look from someone.
Not from Emmylou.
But not from Emmylou. I mean, that's special, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do. Anyway, enough of my trips down memory lane.
Ricky Skaggs, someone suggested.
No, it wasn't Ricky Skaggs. It was, I don't know why I'm spacing on his name.
I can see him.
Yeah, he's got shaggy hair. Played with Jerry Douglas and all those guys. I'm spacing on the name.
Well, so this is All Request Show Part 2. We got a lot of requests last time.
Part 2.
Or in March, I guess, when we asked for requests. So we're just going to continue. And we noticed that there were some kind of slow and low songs this time. So I don't know how they all ended up in this particular show, but
Sam Bush, that's right. Thank you.
Sam Bush, that's
Yep.
right. I was like, Sam
Yeah, that's it.
what? And then you're all big bushy hair. It's like, oh, that should have been a clue. But so we'll start with this one, which I wrote. So I was so happy to get a request for something I wrote. This is from Low Tide, and it's just called Were You Ever Here? me something you want. Tell me something you feel. I thought that was part of the deal. Love is a sea full of stars in the morning. It's the sweetness inside of the storming. Oh, but you have let go of my hand. We're always home, even standing near, but I miss you, dear. There's a frozen pool and a fence of fear, and I can't get clear. Were you ever here? Well, I feel like I'm starving for sunshine, and the meters are threatening a flat line. Oh, and that wasn't part of the plan. Love is the rain coming down in your blue eye. It's the back roads we promised to live by, long before you let go of my hand. We're always here, but you're never home, and I feel alone. Such an awful ache when you disappear, and we're both right here. Now the question mark is my souvenir of these 3 long years. Were you ever here?
Nice. Nice. I think they like that one.
You do?
That's what the tote board says.
Tote board.
Big thumbs up.
Oh, good. Isn't it a sad one, though? Oh, man. I wrote it on the beach in North Carolina. Sea full of stars at 5 in the morning. I really was looking at that. It was so beautiful. My heart was absolutely shattered. But hey, it's good for songs. You got to get something out of it.
What's going on over there?
I'm getting ready to put a capo on a mandolin. I'm just trying to figure out where.
You know, I bet you Sam Bush uses a capo sometimes.
Is this where I want to be?
If you want to play in D, yeah. Yeah. You know, did I ever tell you about the time I was... That reminds me of a Ricky Skaggs story. But I won't tell it. Well, we got... I got a request to do this one. A Richard Schindel song. And... let's give this one a whirl. What do you say?
I say yay. Let's
Say
do
yay?
it.
Yeah, you just talked to him recently, didn't you? Or
I
just had an
do.
email
Well,
exchange with him.
You know, Richard and I, we really got to be friends on the Joan Baez tour bus in 2002. So that means we go way back. That means that, I've seen Richard Schindler's bedhead. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen each other roll out of the bunks and, or, maybe get too drunk on the bus after the show or something like that. So we've been through some things together, not the least of which Dave's passing and the memorial that Joan did in Portland, actually, at which Richard sang a beautiful version of Farewell to St. Dolores. But he and I are tight. We're friends. We're buddies. We write back and forth. He's in Argentina, and he's working on his poetry now, which I think is beautiful. He sent me a little poem about some eggs and a little nest that was found in his dill plant. It was just very sweet, very sweet. But he's doing well. He's doing well.
Did you tell him I said hey?
I will.
Yeah, tell him I said hey. Tell him I'm butchering his song.
No way. No way.
All right, let's try this. Well, I sold my old Camaro. I sold my fishing boat. A friend said he would co-sign on a small commercial loan. So I shopped around until I found a rig within my means. I put $15,000 down on the Kenworth of my dreams. My sister's husband helped me out, took that thing apart. Every bolt and piston, well, I knew them all by heart. Cleaned her out and painted her, brought her up to speed, and I proudly put my name upon the Kenworth of my dreams. Oh, but sometimes, laid out on some interstate, I hear those sad country songs, true love found, true love gone. Oh, but lately I just turned the damn thing off. Well, a lot of folks just shook their heads, convinced that I'd lost mine. They said living in a goddamn truck, just a waste of time. Spend your life behind the wheel, and as great as it might seem, well, I just thanked them all and left one night the Kenworth of my dreams. All right, tear it up, Tracy. But sometimes, laid out on some interstate, I hear those sad country songs, true love found, true love gone. Oh, but lately I just turned the damn thing off. Business, it's been pretty good, I've no cause to complain. I haul burden up Buffalo, frozen foods to Maine, toxic waste or Quaker State, it's all the same to me. Well, I'll go anywhere for anything, the Kenworth of my dreams. Well, I'll go anywhere for anything, the Kenworth of my dreams. All right.
There you go.
Well, so we have one more problem here too.
What?
The gym cam got The gym cam it's all askew now.
I know, because you probably hit it with your
I'm
butt.
sure I
when you
did.
were-
I hit it with my
when you
butt.
were fixing the cables.
I don't know. There's a certain kind of charm to that.
You
I
want to
guess.
just go with it?
No, I'm gonna fix it while you're getting ready for the next
All
song.
right, I'm going to get ready for the next song. Woo.
Now, this is quite the day today. It's quite the day.
That's all right. That's all right. We're among friends. All right. So we've had a sad love song, and we've had a truck driving song, and now we have a murder ballad. So as some of you know, we had a Dave Carter tribute show on the 16th, I believe it was. And it was a wild success. We had a great time. Lots of folks came. Lots of Dave Carter songs were sung, including some songs that people hadn't heard before. And we played a demo of a song that Dave and I never rehearsed. That was a surprise for some, which was really fun to share, and which I've actually shared on my Patreon. Oh, good Lord. Which I've shared on my Patreon. If anyone's interested in joining that, I made a lyric video for the song. It's called Fallen Angel. And we're not going to play that now, but because I don't know how. But anyway, as we mentioned last time, there were a lot of Dave Carter requests, and that's what prompted us to do a full show of Dave Carter songs. But, of course, not everybody could make it to this special tribute. And it was a ticketed event, so it was different. You know, you had to pay to get in. For live streams, you don't necessarily, although we do appreciate tips. And maybe I'll put that up there.
Nice segue into the tip stream.
Subtle. Our big. And so we thought we'd play, at least, I think we're playing just one. This Dave Carter song, which is among my favorites. Little Murder Ballad. You ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
He was born in Miller's mansion when the mistress was asleep. Secret son of the chambermaid master. And they sent him into hiding for his schooling and his key, with the Carlyles and the other lucky bastards. His toady tutors fawn and praise the man that he's become. Though he's taken to the laudanum and Pharaoh, and he walks the streets like velvet death with his daddy's money on his breath, and a shame he cannot shake down in his marrow. When day fades to black, you must not listen to the killer. Pretty voices keep you beautiful and bound. It's a simple, sorry fact of your existence, Preston Miller, is enough to bring this house of evil down. One night upon some drunken dare, he writes his absent sire, saying, Father, I would fain come home to meet thee. And though his worthless friends guffaw this sudden show of fire, another round of bourbon and it's easy. And this letter finds his father in his tower far away, and the hoary claw that holds it shakes and trembles. Is it grief over a life misspent, or love, or greed, or mere contempt, or something darker stirring in his temples? When day fades to black, you must not listen to the killer. Pretty voices keep you beautiful and bound. It's a simple, sorry fact of your existence, Preston Miller, is enough to bring this house of evil down, down, down. A week gone by, he's wakened by a knocking at his door, and he drags himself half-wasted to the threshold. It's a message in his father's quill, saying, meet me, scion, if you will, at the very stroke of midnight in the meadow. Now he's combed his haggard locks and hired a comely roan. And he's met his comrade fox around the fountain. And he's bidden each a grand goodbye, and he's cantered off alone to meet his aged father in the mountain. When day fades to black, you must not listen to the killer. Pretty voices keep you beautiful and bound. 'Cause a simple sorry fact of your existence, Preston Miller, is enough to bring this house of evil down, down, down. Come out, my father dear, I honor thee tonight. He shouts as he goes weaving in the shadow. And he sees the stars go blinking by like the twinkling in a trollop's eye. And 6 riders riding madly in the shadows. This morning sailed a ship of fools across a sea of gin, with a blind and grinning reaper at the tiller. And it drove an aging Jacob to his lone and bitter end, and a bullet through the brain of Preston Miller. Poor guy.
Preston Miller.
Preston Miller. Always a fun one. All right.
Yeah, I'm all tangled up. It's quite a day.
It's quite a day. Preston Miller. A song that Dave actually finished writing on top of a trash can behind Espresso Garden Cafe in San Jose, California. That's where he polished it off, got that last lyric down. And we went in and played it. And then we went to Falcon Ridge, and as I mentioned during the tribute show, we played it on a workshop stage because Dave and I thought that a workshop stage meant that you were going to workshop something. We didn't think it was another opportunity to play all your hits, as it so often is. I think sometimes people are afraid to be vulnerable because, or not perform their very best material at all times, because what if somebody sees you just that once and you're sitting there struggling through a new song? But Dave had no qualms about that, and he got up, and I remember we just had this raggedy sheet of paper, and I think somebody held it for us, and he fumbled his way through the lyrics, and it was hilarious, but it was good. It was an actual workshop, he talked about writing it, and I don't know. I was very proud of him for that.
Yeah. Well, it's a wordy song. I mean, not in a bad way. It's got some language in it.
Oh, it's heartbreaking too, but
The classic father-son.
classic. Yeah. All right. Well, what do you got for us, Jim
All right.
Henry?
Well, there are some interesting choices or suggestions. Or
yeah, you got some
requests.
really. The ones that came in for you were really unusual this time. This one, I think, was from Bonnie Holder.
Well,
I don't know if Bonnie's in the house today, but
it's a good song. It's who wrote this song? It's what's his
this is
name?
Jason Isbell.
Jason Isbell.
Yeah.
And I had heard this song before, but yeah, it's kind of fun to learn this one. Let's give it a whirl. If we were vampires. That's not how it goes at all. not the long flowing dress that you're in, or the light coming off of your skin, the fragile heart you protected for so long, the mercy in the sense of right and wrong. It's not your hand searching slow in the dark, or your nails leaving love's watermark. It's not the way you talk me off the roof. Your questions like directions to the truth. It's knowing that this can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together, but one day I'll be gone, one day you'll be gone. If we were vampires and death was a joke, we'd go out on the sidewalk and smoke, and laugh at all the lovers and their plans. I wouldn't feel the need to hold your hand. Maybe time running out is a gift. I'll work hard till the end of my shift and give you every second I can find. Hope it isn't me who's left behind. Well, it's knowing that this can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together, but one day I'll be gone, but one day you'll be gone. Knowing that this can't go on forever. Well, likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together, but one day I'll be gone, but one day you'll be gone. Yeah, cool song.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Really nice melody to sing. Fun song to sing. Jason Isbell.
But it's actually something we've been talking about too, because the years are starting to stack up between us. Jim Henry and I met in 2003. We've been playing together a long time now, almost 20 years. And it's like, I don't know, didn't we find ourselves just like looking at a bunch of songs all of a sudden that kind of dealt with this theme? Like, you know, or we were talking in the car maybe about, because we just went to Syracuse for a live show, and we were talking about how, you know, at some point, one of us is going to outlive the other. And it's like a horrible thing to think about.
I don't remember that conversation.
We had more than one. You're blocking them out, I
guess
think is
so.
what's
Block
happening.
them out as they occur.
I know. Well, that... No surprise.
Yeah.
Why is that not surprising at all? All right.
It's my capo.
Yeah, wasn't that a good one, Ron? I hadn't heard it either. I was hearing a little popping. Were you hearing that?
I heard some popping too. I don't even care anymore.
You don't care. You're just gonna run. I don't know what it was. I don't think we were pegging.
No, I think it was, we got some cable issues, I think,
All right.
among other issues, but
So this next one was requested by my friend Nancy. Again, another song that I hadn't heard. It's kind of embarrassing. Like, my knowledge of folk music is really poor. I didn't grow up listening to folk music, and that I happen to be in this genre is an accident. Sort of.
what genre should you be in?
Well, I don't think there's a genre I should be in, but I grew up on country and pop. So, you know, and you know, I guess a little bit of Gilbert and Sullivan since Matt's in the house. All of us with our knickers on at the Olivewood Elementary School stage. Oh my goodness. But so I don't really know. I don't know the canon. This is a Kate and Anna McGarrigle song. And since it mentions Mendocino, which is one of my all-time favorite places in the world, I thought I would give it a try. I definitely like more time with this song. It's very beautiful. I'll do my best with it. Let's see here. You ready, Jim Henry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is called Talk to Me of Mendocino. I bid farewell to the state of old New York, my home away from home. In the state of New York, I came of age when first I started roaming. And the trees grow high in New York State, and they shine like gold in autumn. Never had the blues from whence I came, but in New York State I caught 'em. Talk to me of Mendocino, closing my eyes I hear the sea. Must I wait? Must I follow? Won't you say, come with me? And it's on to South Bend, Indiana, flat out on the western plain. Rise up over the Rockies and down on into California, out to where but the rocks remain. And let the sun set on the ocean, I will watch it from the shore. Let the sun rise over the redwoods, I'll rise with it till I rise no more. Talk to me of Mendocino, closing my eyes I hear the sea. Must I wait? Must I follow? Won't you say, come with me? That's a pretty one. That is a pretty one. Some beautiful versions out there. Obviously by Kate and Anna McGarrigle, and then they had Linda Ronstadt singing with them, and then Linda Ronstadt recorded it, and so one to look up if you are a singer, you want to try something pretty. Think about California. That's a nice one. Thanks for requesting it, Nancy. All right. This couldn't be more different.
This is the polar opposite of that song. I don't know why someone wanted to hear us play this particular song, but
It might have even been a joke.
it might have been a joke.
What if it was a joke and we took it seriously? Because we can't tell. We can't tell the difference.
Yeah. Hard to tell if someone's being sarcastic on the
It might have
request
been
line.
like their version of Freebird. It's
Yeah.
not Freebird. But yeah, this is one I'm sure none of you will have seen coming. But we are going to try it in earnest like we try everything, aren't we, Jim Henry?
We are. Ready?
Yeah.
Definitely going to need some reverb on this one. Ready? Well, hello. Is there anybody in there? Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? Come on now. If you're feeling down, well, I can ease your pain. Get you on your feet again. Now relax, relax, relax. We need some information first. Just the basic facts. Show me where it hurts. There is no pain you are receiving. Distant ships, smoke on the horizon. You are only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I had a fever. My hands felt just like two balloons. Now I got that feeling once again. I can't explain, you would not understand. This is not how I am. But I have become comfortably numb. I have become comfortably numb. Well, okay, just a little pinprick. There'll be no more. Get a little sick, and you stand up. I do believe it's working good. That'll keep you going for the show. Come on, it's time to go. There is no pain you are receding. A distant ship, smoke on the horizon. You were only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone. I cannot put my finger on it now. The child has grown, the dream is gone. But I have become comfortably numb. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
That happened.
That happened. Played a lot of songs in my life, and that was one of them. I don't know. It's kind of fun.
No, I think we can do a legit version of it.
Yeah.
I think we were just starting to get it. We probably needed like another hour with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Dare
You know,
to
it's
suck.
it's such an iconic song, and the solos in there. You know, as a guitar player, you know, I can hear them.
Well, you know, we kind of got that. We did get the lick in there. A little bit, right? We caught a whiff of it. So the solo went haywire.
Yeah.
Oh, well. All right.
Anyway, well, Kristen liked it. That's good.
Oh, good.
That's good.
Well, that's important.
It is important.
All right. Let's see here. All right. Another slow and low one here. This is from the Book of Sparrows record, a song that we recorded years ago. What happened?
Did I ever tell you about the time I played Comfortably Numb?
Oh my God, Cheryl heard that too. Whoa. Hey, sister. You know, all this to say, if you request it, we're going to take it seriously. So, you know, if it's a prank, we'll never know.
But we're not taking requests anymore, so.
After that, did that kill it?
After that.
No, are you kidding? Actually,
What is
it's
that?
you. It's your guitar.
Well, I don't. It's.
I think you need a different guitar cable.
It's. I don't know.
It is. It's your jack.
Well, it's not.
It's your jack, Jack.
Well, there's not much I can do about it right now. We're just plagued with gremlins today, so I apologize for that.
It's tulip karma, I'm telling you. All right, so this is an old Jackson Browne song. I wonder if there's any performers in the audience who suddenly feel starving in the middle of a show. I am ravenous all of a sudden. I have no idea why. I had a really good lunch, too. Well,
I got nothing for you.
we push on.
Did you want to take a break and have a snack? You want some crackers or something?
No, absolutely not.
All right.
All right, here we go. It was a ruby that she wore on a chain around her neck in the shape of a heart, in the shape of a heart. It was a time I won't forget, the sorrow and regret, and the shape of a heart, and the shape of a heart. I guess I never knew what she was talking about. I guess I never knew what she was living without. People speak of love, don't know what they're thinking of. Wait around for the one who fits just like a glove. Speak in terms of belief and belonging. Try to fit some name to their longing. There's a hole left in the wall from some ancient fight about the size of a fist. shape of a heart, in the shape of Jackson Brown.
Well, they like that one. They like those slow ones. They like it when you sing the slow, sad ones.
Well, so do you, so it's all working out. That's a beautiful song. And I remember I chose to sing it because I grew up in a violent household, and I always liked that that part about, you know, some ancient fight about the size of a fist or something thrown that had missed. That didn't happen in my house, but the feeling of it happened in my house, and so I really liked it for that reason. But later on, after I had revealed to audiences the news about Dave's gender dysphoria, you know, that chorus, or the pre-chorus, I guess I never knew what she was talking about. I guess I never knew what she was living without. It really hit me in a new way, you know. Even though Dave never wanted me to call him she or anything, like, never got to that point exactly, but thinking ahead, you know, thinking ahead to a future that never was, and just listening to that pre-chorus, I find it very moving. So, yeah, the song is deep for me. I really love that one.
Well, then, good request, then.
Yeah, a good request. Thank you, Hannah, for asking for that one. So what you got there, Jimmy?
Someone requested one of my songs. Whoa.
There you go again.
It's, I don't know what it is.
That's just rude.
It is just rude. I don't know what's going on.
Guitar.
I'm like moving it around, makes no difference. It's just, oh.
Oh, Liz Sturgeon wants to know, that's called If We Were Vampires. I know. Isn't that awful?
Yeah, that's a great song too.
Yeah.
Let's do this one. This is always nice when people request your songs, and
This is a Jimmy tune.
hopefully I can remember it. The lights come up, the lights go down. I'm a singer in between. I count my cash by the dashboard light. You hit first gear and leave the scene. Town to town, night to night. Big crowds or small, I do the show. A 10-hour drive for one on the stage. It's a crazy life, I know. But I love the sound of a midnight train, smelling the road after the rain. A full tank, half a pack, and 1,000 miles to go. I race the sound of the whistle blow. Now when I'm gone, life at home goes on. But my son knows 10 new words. He cries for me in the middle of the night. My wife lets him sleep with her. But I love the sound of a midnight train, the smell of the road after the rain. A full tank, half a pack, and 800 miles to go. Race the sound of the whistle blow. If you got the dough, that's where I go. Sometimes I feel like a whore, but a gig's a gig, I can't complain. I don't get gigs anymore, but I love the sound of a midnight train, smelling the road after the rain. A full tank, half a pack, and 600 miles to go. I race the sound of the whistle blow. I race the sound of the whistle blow. Yeah. Some blazing fiddle on there.
I wouldn't call it blazing, but I know that one.
Yeah. Sound of the whistle blow.
Gonna put another banner up.
Which banner do we have now?
Whoops. Well, I'm just going to show the address. Sometimes people like to send money through the mail, send their tips through the mail, as opposed to using PayPal and Venmo, which incur fees. Either way is fine by us. We're happy to accept tips in any form. and what was I going to say? Oh, and if you send a check, I will write you a personal little note back. So that's been kind of fun, actually. I've become pen pals with some of the people who do this monthly. It's been very sweet. Vicky is one of them. So we've got a little thing going. I just sent your card today, Vicky. So it's a little late, but I sent it. So, let's see what we have here. Oh, this one. This was a very interesting request to get.
Oh, yeah.
It's for a song I wrote, but they didn't want the current version that I play. They wanted the old version that I play. So, which has been kind of fun to revisit because there were some things about it that I had forgotten that I really liked.
Hey, just as an aside, I'm
Yes?
really, really hungry right now.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, it just hit me.
Are you serious?
Yeah. No, I often get really hungry playing. That's why at the good gigs, they have pizza waiting for you after the show.
That would not be a good gig for me.
Gluten-free, dairy-free pizza for you.
Air pizza, basically.
You want to keep a 1 there?
I am. Yeah.
Well, Vicky, we did have lunch. I had a big old turkey sandwich for lunch, and yet
Yeah, I'm
hungry.
I had a sweet potato with some ginger and yogurt. Delicious. We're having tea.
No wonder you're hungry.
What? What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
So this song here is a song that I wrote. First song I ever wrote. First song I finished. Oh, Could it be me?
It could possibly be you, so it's hard to say.
No, because it happened while.
No, there's some intermittent short in
Yeah, there's a little
electronics.
blip happening somewhere. We don't know what's causing it. Yeah, really sorry about that, you guys.
All right. You ready?
I am. I didn't want to burn like this so close to the bone. No muscle left to carry this black bag of stones. It's a black bag. Ooh, the August heat, the autumn rain, and winter's face of blue. These seasons keep their spinning up, but there's no sign of you. There is no sign. So I walk this verdant mile of memory with you. The gentle arms of Eden and the mountain get me through. Well, Richard says the whippoorwill taught him how to go. I tell him death is just a dream, but I don't really know. 'Cause it's everything and nothing when the spirit cracks the sky. But flowers fold and go to seed and no one questions why. Nobody, so I walk this verdant mile of memory with you. The gentle arms of Eden and the raven get me Well, I miss you like I love the sound of blackbirds in the trees. I sit alone and wish that maybe one of you would visit me. But no matter how much seed I hang, what prayer I call out, I cannot bring that burden from the field and make an angel come around. Yeah. So I walk this verdant mile of memory with you. The gentle arms of Eden and the mountain get me through. So I walk this verdant mile of memory with you. Gentle arms of Eden and the mountain get me The Verdant Mile.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Remember that version?
Yeah, that version.
That crazy version.
I know. I know.
That
See,
might
you
be
see,
your guitar.
Richard figures in there. I'm muted from there out, so. Yeah, Richard. Richard says the whippoorwill taught him how to go. You guys know that song, right? So says the whippoorwill, which he wrote for Dave Carter. So that's yeah, all the connections. All us musicians are connected like that.
Well,
Well, we have one more song for you.
one more big number.
Yeah, this show is, we're going to do slightly shorter shows. Slightly.
Slightly.
Even with all of our technical difficulties. Yeah, we're going to slightly shorter shows. So we're doing 10 songs today. And so we have one more song for you. And we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in spending this time with us. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but you know, you got to see how handy Jimmy is here, how he handles things with cool grace and skill, just like that. Oh, I was going to play mandolin on this one. Long Black Veil is a beautiful song. My Matt is asking for that.
Didn't we play
Not
that one?
today, but no, we haven't done that one.
Excuse me.
Slightly
this-
shorter shows.
This is a request from Tracy Grammer, actually,
Well,
among others.
do you want to tell how this came up?
We were riding in the car, listening to listening to my podcast.
We were listening to, and yeah, say more about that. It wasn't just your podcast.
What?
It was us. We were listening to ourselves.
I know, it's like Googling yourself. You drive in the car, you listen to anything that you've ever done.
Were you interviewing me or was I interviewing you? Because we did one of each.
This is one where you were interviewing me.
Yeah. So we had one where I was interviewing him. I don't know why we were listening to that. We listened to so many other interesting things about the Judds, and then the one about the human body
Human body, that was a good one.
and all of its fluids. That was fascinating.
Okay, that's got to be me.
It's got to be you.
There's something, I
You
don't
got a
know.
loose wire in there.
It's totally intermittent. Might be the cable. Anyway, we'll see if we can get through this song. Song by Tom Paxton. Wonderful little song.
Yeah, sing along if you know it.
And thanks again for tuning in, as always. Ready? Well, it's a lesson too late for the learning. Made of sand, made of sand. In the wink of an eye, my soul is turning. In your hand, in your hand. Well, are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. You got reason plenty for going. Well, this I know, this I know. For the weeds have been steadily growing. Please don't go, please don't go. And are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. As I lie in my bed in the morning, without you, without you. Every song in my breast dies a born in. without you, without you. And are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. Yeah, you know that was the last thing on my mind. There it is, little Tom Paxton there for you.
Yeah, beautiful.
Lovely song, lovely melody.
All right, so that is our show
That's our show.
for April, and we haven't decided on a theme for May.
I don't know. Could be a potpourri.
Could be a potpourri. We'll see.
We don't know.
We'll see. And you don't have any? Do you have any shows coming up or anything that you want to tell the nice people about?
Not that I can think of right at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm bad at that. I have to write it down in advance.
Oh, well.
Well, of course, my grandson's birthday is this week.
That's
He's going to turn
right.
2. That's a big to do.
Roman's turning 2, and well, I guess I have something coming up.
What do you have?
Well, I have my play.
Oh, yeah,
as
big
some of
play.
you know, I've been rehearsing. I have a part in a play. I am playing Mrs. Kendall in The Elephant Man. She is an actress who is the first woman to befriend John Merrick, the Elephant Man, and she brings in high society to come meet him and sort of changes his life. But they have a very sweet relationship, and it's a very beautiful part that I get to play. And so we've been working hard. We've been rehearsing that for, oh gosh, probably a month now. And we open on May 6th, and it's going to run through May 14th here in Greenfield. Well, not here, but
Right.
where I live, in Greenfield, Massachusetts, at Hawks and Reed Performing Arts Center. So if anybody's interested in that, just check out Hawks and Reed, Hawks like the bird, hawksandreed.com, and you can see what's going on there. But The Elephant Man, I'm very excited.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I haven't. I worked with this director once before in a Richard Nelson play called Sorry. It was a couple of years ago, and it really whet my appetite for more theater. And then, of course, we had the pandemic, so I was really lucky that this opportunity came along, and I can't wait.
That actually reminds me of something that I'm doing at Hawks and Reed.
What are you doing?
I'm playing with Katie Waddell.
You're doing a gig, not a play.
That's right. But at Hawks and Reed, it's an album release show for her CD. It's June 18th, I think. But Ruby Henry, my daughter, is opening the show,
And
I'll be backing her up.
are you backing them both or just Ruby?
Yeah, no, I'll back them both up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Anyway.
What day is that?
June 18th, I believe.
June 18th. All right. So.
Yes, break a leg, Tracy.
Oh,
Vicky says.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
All right. We'll see you next time.
do it
Everybody
next time.
take good care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.